So it's official now, right? Canadians can move on. We can prosper. We're in the election year and we can all be at peace now that Justin Trudeau has officially resigned. Or can we? Today we're taking a look at the good, the bad, and the real ugly about this mess, about Trudeau throwing in the towel and saying, I'm not a quitter, but then resigning. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, everybody. Before we get into it, I do want to encourage y'all to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help grow the channel. We got to talk about protecting ourselves emotionally, physically, but more importantly, digitally. People in Canada, people around the world need a VPN now more than ever. And luckily, today's video is sponsored by Private Internet Access. I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. We've teamed up together and we're offering my audience 83% off for using code SUNSHINE, which can be found linked down below in the description or the pinned comment below. It's no surprise that we're living in a time of censorship, and Canada is unfortunately leading that race because of Justin Trudeau. Now, Justin Trudeau wants to make sure that you can't see the news. He wants to make sure that you can't see certain content on streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, Crave, and you shouldn't have Disney Plus because of course, our finance minister said if you can't afford things, you should cancel Disney Plus. So the way around this is through a VPN such as Private Internet Access. Now, for those who don't know what a VPN is, it's a way to encrypt your data, basically putting a cloak over you so that you can freely browse the internet without feeling like your personal information is at risk or the government getting and selling your personal information. And the best way that I like to go about this, the best cloak that I like to put over myself is Private Internet Access, which again can be found linked down below in the description or the pinned comment below for 83% off. Thank you, Private Internet Access, for sponsoring this video. So what does this mean for Canada? Is this good? Is this bad? Is this great? Is this ugly? It means a couple of different things. But most importantly means nothing is really changing right now. Justin Trudeau stepping down doesn't have a impact right now today. The only thing that's happening is nothing is essentially happening for the next few months until March 24th. You're going to see conservatives put out ad campaigns. You're going to see Pierre Poilievre put out videos and talk to reporters. And we're going to be taking a look at that today. Pierre Poilievre has broken his silence. Jagmeet Singh has broken his silence. And Trump has broken his silence. So there's a lot of people that are breaking their silence on social media. But in terms of actually getting stuff done in Parliament and in debates, nothing happens until after March 24th. What's going to happen with a new leader? Who's the best leader? Who's the worst leader? There's so many things to talk about, and this week is going to be absolutely insane. I'm going to be breaking down everything over the next couple of days. But today we're going to be taking a look at three people, those three that I just mentioned, and what they had to say about this. Because keep in mind, Canada still has a 25% tariff threats, and we have no leader. We have no leader. We have no leadership. Everything is up in the air, and this is very scary for Canada right now. But let's kick things off here with the polls. You've got Pierre Poilievre sitting at 236 projected seats, Justin Trudeau at 35, and the NDP down at 25 projected seats. You still have 99% likely across the board for the Conservatives of winning the most seats and odds of a majority government. So things on that front are looking good right now. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see how this kind of unravels itself. For those that missed it, let's start things off with the minute clip of Justin Trudeau actually resigning. Because yes, it's real. Yes, it actually happened. Here we go.
My friends, as you all know, I'm a fighter. Every bone in my body has always told me to fight because I care deeply about Canadians. I care deeply about this country. And I will always be motivated by what is in the best interest of Canadians. And the fact is, despite best efforts to work through it, Parliament has been paralyzed for months after what has been the longest session of a minority parliament in Canadian history. That's why this morning I advised the Governor-General that we need a new session of Parliament. She has granted this request, and the House will now be prorogued until March 24th. Over the holidays, I've also had a chance to reflect and have had long talks with my family about our future. Throughout the course of my career, Any success I have personally achieved has been because of their support and with their encouragement. So last night over dinner, I told my kids about the decision that I'm sharing with you today. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Right. So he intends to resign, but hasn't actually resigned until they find a new party leader. So let's take a look at Pierre Poilievre's, announcement of this type of news, because he did speak to cameras very early this morning, moments after Justin Trudeau made that speech.
The reaction from the opposition leader, the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, right now. We mentioned a few moments ago that he did tweet, and in his words, there is no change. That is from his account posted on X. There was also a video posted as part of that post. Let's play it now.
Canadians desperate to turn the page on this dark chapter in our history might be relieved today that Justin Trudeau is finally leaving. But what has really changed? Every Liberal MP in power today and every potential Liberal leadership contender fighting for the top job helped Justin Trudeau break the country over the last 9 years. All Liberal politicians actively worked to pass into law the job-killing inflationary carbon tax, a tax that Carbon Tax Carney endorsed in his book. All supported a law quadrupling the tax over the next 5 years. All voted for or actively supported Trudeau's out-of-control spending, debt, and immigration. All passed Trudeau's housing policies that doubled the cost of homes. All Liberal politicians helped pass catch-and-release bail and house arrest for the most rampant reoffenders, policies that increased violent crime 50%, gun crime 116%, and hate crime by 250%. So given that Liberal MPs and leadership contenders unanimously supported everything Trudeau has done, why dump him now, right before an election? Have they had a change of heart? Is it because they feel guilty that they doubled housing costs, hiked taxes, unleashed crime, broke immigration, forced a quarter of the population into poverty? No. They continued supporting Trudeau when he did all of those things. No, their only objection is that he is no longer popular enough to win an election and keep them in power. They want to protect their pensions and paycheck by sweeping their hated leader under the rug months before an election to trick you and then do it all over again. Now, while leaderless Liberals focus on saving their jobs and fighting each other for power, the country spirals out of control, an out-of-control housing emergency, an out-of-control migrant crisis, an out-of-control $62 billion deficit, not to mention tariff threats from the United States. Oh, and another NDP Liberal carbon tax hike kicks in this April 1st. Everything's out of control, and now the government is out of control. This cannot go on. We need a carbon tax election now to choose between the NDP Liberal costly coalition that taxes your food, punishes your work, doubles your housing costs, and unleashes crime and drugs in your community, or common sense Conservatives who will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. Canadians can take back control of their lives and their country. Take back control of our border. Take back control of immigration. Take back control of spending, deficits, and inflation. Take back control of our streets by locking up criminals, banning drugs, treating addiction, and stopping gun smugglers. We'll cap spending, axe taxes, reward work, build homes, uphold family, stop crime, secure borders, rearm our forces, restore our freedom, and put Canada first. All with one mission: to bring home Canada's promise that every hardworking Canadian gets a powerful paycheck and pension that buys affordable food and homes on safe streets where all are united for the country we know and love. Canada first, Canada last, Canada always. Let's bring it home.
Okay, couple of things. That's the first time that I've ever seen Pierre Poilievre not stare directly into the camera. He's looking just off to the right at a teleprompter, but that's just me noticing that. Second of all, Conservative Party, stop using that music. I get what you're trying to do. Stop using that music. It's unnecessary. This is a lot of things. This is a lot of things at once. People were expecting this. People were still shocked that this happened, even though it was still anticipated and expected. Jagmeet Singh broke his silence moments after Pierre Poilievre. Let's take a look at what the Rat has to say here.
Justin Trudeau's Liberals have let down Canadians. They have let you down when it comes to the cost of homes. He's let you down when it comes to the cost of living. And frankly, it's not just Justin Trudeau. It's every Liberal minister, every Liberal MP who looked down their nose at you when people were saying we can't make ends meet. We are struggling with the cost of living. So it doesn't matter who the next Liberal leader is. They've let you down. They do not deserve another chance. They're more interested in themselves than the struggles of Canadians. We've got serious threats of Donald Trump and tariffs that put in question hundreds and thousands of Canadian jobs. And instead of focusing on you and protecting your jobs, they're worried about themselves. And we have another serious threat to the middle class in Canada, and that is Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives. Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives want to cut from the middle class to give to their rich CEO friends. They want to cut your pensions. They want to cut healthcare. They want to cut dental care, all to make the rich CEO buddies even richer. Under Pierre Poilievre, the Conservatives, they want to see CEOs get richer and richer and the middle class fall further behind. That's a serious fight in front of us. And I know what that fight's all about. I remember meeting seniors in our country who told me that they are living in pain because they can't fix their teeth. They can't get their teeth looked after. And to hear heartbreaking stories from these seniors. I remember one in particular who told me she's got to choose between eating and sleeping because if she eats at night, she's in so much pain she can't fall asleep. And if she wants to sleep that night, she has to skip a meal, not eat dinner, go to bed hungry. I promised those seniors that I would fight like hell to make sure they could actually get their teeth looked after. And the Liberals said no at every turn. We proposed solutions. We proposed ideas to get this done. They said no. Even when we convinced them to move forward with dental care, they said it would take a decade to put in place. We said, no, seniors need this now. We fought hard and we delivered it. So if Canadians give us a chance, give us the honor of leading this country, we're going to do exactly that. Fight for you. Fight greedy CEOs who are ripping you off when you buy your groceries. Fight to make sure you can actually afford a home. So if you are worried about the cuts of Pierre Poilievre and the Conservatives, if you find it unacceptable, just simply wrong that the rich keep on getting richer and the middle class is falling further behind, stand with us. We are building a movement of working class people. We are fighting to win for you.
Yeah, nobody is going to be voting Jagmeet Singh in as Prime Minister of Canada. So he's the least likely to be Prime Minister out of everybody. And then final reactions to Justin Trudeau resignation is Donald Trump. Let's take a look here at the clip of what the next president says about Justin Trudeau.
Donald Trump wasting no time, Joy, in weighing in on Justin Trudeau's resignation. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's a lengthy statement on Truth Social. He says many people in Canada love being the 51st state. They can no longer suffer the massive trade deficit and subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat. Justin Trudeau knew this and resigned. Well, we know that not to be true. Canadians do not relish being the 51st state. I think a poll I saw said maybe 13% in Alberta might want to do that. Elon Musk also weighing in, Vashi, mocking Trudeau, saying, well, 2025 is shaping up to be a good year. Trump won and Trudeau resigned. I've been speaking to some people, Chris Sands with the Woodrow Wilson Center, who watches American-Canada relations. And he says the big question for Americans right now is, Who is in charge? It's going to take many months for a leadership convention for the Liberals. Who deals with tariffs? Who deals with the renegotiation of the Free Trade Pact? A lot of questions out there. Chris Sands said that, Donald Trump, take him seriously when he says he's going to slap tariffs on countries, including Canada, on all goods and services, 25%. He means it. Whether it's a negotiating tactic or not, it's going to happen. And Americans are saying, well, wait a second, who's in charge? Now, there are many committees, Vashi, out there that are now looking at this. But I got to be honest with you, right now in Washington, it's all about January 6th. 4 years ago, the Capitol was attacked. A lot of people talking about that.
No. Canada just changed the meaning of January 6th, all right? When people say January 6th moving forward, they're going to be talking about this election, or not this election, for crying out loud. It couldn't be that lucky. This resignation. Look, here's the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that Trudeau is going to be resigning. He intends on resigning. For those that think that he's actually resigned, he said that he intends on resigning. So we'll just check that off as he's resigned. That's the good. The bad is that anybody else running as prime minister, which is going to happen because he won't be running in the next election, is going to do better than Justin Trudeau. Now, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but this is me speaking objectively, just the truth. The best case is Freeland runs as prime minister because she won't be able to bring the party, the Liberals, into a victory. She'll poll better than Trudeau, but she's not going to be able to bring them above Pierre because she carries a lot of baggage, a lot of bad baggage. All the F Trudeau stuff, everything, all that rhetoric, F Trudeau, all the protests, all the stickers, all the flags, everything. None of that matters anymore. It's all gone. None of that has any weight. That's just deflated. It's gone. Okay. So the ugly is that the fact that even though Freeland is the best case, or some other schmuck running, right? Champagne, Francois Champagne, or whatever, one of those people running, the ugly is that Mark Carney, if he gets in a by-election and they appoint him as the leader of the Liberal Party, if he runs, now look, chances are if you're watching this far in the video, you don't like Mark Carney. You probably don't like Mark Carney. He's the devil. He's a bad globalist piece of crap. I'm with you 100%. I don't like Mark Carney. He's bad. He's the devil. Okay. A lot of people out there, a lot of normies out there don't know that. They don't see that. He doesn't carry the same political baggage that all of the other MPs do. That is the ugly part of all this. I'm not saying that Mark Carney can bring the Liberals to a victory. I'm saying that Mark Carney can very likely be their best chance and bring them the furthest. I think that if anybody were to run, Mark Carney running for the Liberals will do better than any other person. That is very, very ugly. So as much as I wanted Justin Trudeau to go down with the ship, now we're dealt a new hand. Trudeau resigning. Sure, let's all celebrate. But keep in mind that this could get very bad and hopefully not ugly. That's the end of the video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Just remember that supporting the channel's sponsors is also a way of supporting this channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.